Chrome is finally becoming less of a memory hog on Windows 10. Apple will include... Chrome is going to become less of a memory hog in Windows 10. Apple's first ARM Macs may include a 13-inch MacBook Pro and 24-inch iMac, and Amazon is ending support for the Dash 1 barcode scanner. This is the Dynamic Digital World. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with today's main story, and we're just going to go through all three. So, first thing is that Chrome is going to be less of a memory hog on Windows 10. If you've used Chrome before, I imagine you have. I am using it literally right now to record this podcast. You will know Google is always trying to reduce Chrome's appetite for memory. And if you're a Windows 10 user, there will soon be a substantial improvement. A Google engineer recently revealed a Chrome release will use a Microsoft Edge technique to lower RAM using segment heap. Now this will save hundreds of megabytes, and many core systems are likely to see the largest benefit. We should see this feature soon after Google can build Chrome using the right Windows 10 dev kit. It won't necessarily lead to massive improvements in performance, but if you have limited memory or keep browser tabs open, lots of browser tabs open, it should help. Our second story today is Apple, and we have already covered half of this topic. However, this is and these are going to be a lot closer than we thought. So, in full, at WWDC 2020, so tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time, Monday 22nd, we should be seeing Apple announce that they'll be using ARM-based chips in their MacBook Pro and iMac lineups, as well as anything else related. So they will be swapping to a completely self-built processor. As far as we're aware anyway, these are going to be built in-house. So they're claiming that these are possibly going to show up as soon as this fall. So in terms of developer time, I hope developers are ready or have already been told this before WWDC, but I don't think they will have been told. So yeah, in terms of when these come out, I wouldn't expect to be seeing your Adobe suite on there quite yet. I think that could still be a bit of a way off, maybe next year, if Adobe do choose to support it at all. Now, Ming-Chi Kuo, he has a very good track record of supply chain-based predictions, claims that the first ARM-based Mac will be a new version of the 13-inch iMac Pro and a 24-inch version of a previously rumoured iMac redesign. Now, there's a very big kind of up-in-the-air idea about an iMac complete redesign. iMacs have looked largely the same for as long as I can remember, so it's definitely needed. And they're saying that although Bloomberg was predicting a 2021 timeframe, Betamax could show up in the fall. There's also a rumour that these could be 50% to 100% faster than their Intel-based counterparts. However, this does not account for some irregularities that Apple actually conduct when doing their cooling. So, I don't know if they're going to change. Sorry, I'm really not sure what's up with my voice today. I'm not sure if they're going to change the way that cooling is done. That could be very possible. But if this does happen and they change up the cooling, then that's going to have to be taken into account. You see, the way Apple called their MacBooks is notoriously stupid, and I actually, sorry to say, that was a bit harsh. It's a little bit ridiculous, and I actually saw a video on this just this evening from Linus Texas, again, amazing YouTuber, and he actually did videos about fixing the MacBooks, fixing the MacBook cooling, I think, fixing Apple's engineering in an hour, something like that was the title. And basically what he did was he took a MacBook, and when he took off the heatsink, because all Apple have on the processor is a heatsink, no fan, the fan's off on the right hand side, not really doing anything as far as anyone can tell. It's exhausting without pulling any heat. It's exhausting the heat without pulling the heat. But when he took off the heatsink, it doesn't make any contact whatsoever. Like, there was no contact being made between the heatsink and the processor. It was raised off of it. Again, it's a bit of a, it's just that it does affect performance, whether Apple realizes it or not. Now, they do also say that this could be a 12-core processor, and it will be the first ARM machine to do so. But, we will have to take into account this faster stuff in the way that they're doing cooling. If they drastically change the way that the cooling on the processor is handled, that will also have a stake in whether it's faster or not. Now, the analyst also believes there will be a new MacBook in the middle of 2021, and that will be a fresh design. However, there's no news on whether that will be the 12-inch ARM-based MacBook. Now, there's no guarantee things will pan out as described, even if it's completely accurate. Due to COVID-19 and development hitches, it could delay the release despite Apple's best intentions. However, if they were to debut with smaller iMacs and MacBook Pros, it wouldn't be surprising, as ARM is... There we go, got my notes back. So, where are we? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. ARM tends to fare best in mobile devices and low-power hardware, so may not be as... and aren't as many expectations around legacy support as there are for higher-end systems. So you can't really expect, unless they're running an x86 ARM chip, which could be very possible, because if it's x86 64 and it has the processor, it depends on what Apple's kind of ARM technology they use. It depends on how they build the processor and what kind of instruction sets it has. But if it's this could give Apple more time to refine the technology for premium Macs and tweak designs based on real-world feedback. Okay, so this is good to hear. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the new Macs tomorrow. What is up with me today? Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing these Macs tomorrow. It's going to be a good thing to see. And I am definitely going to be watching WWDC. I might not be able to watch all of it though, actually, I just realised, due to the timing of it here in the UK. It's at about 6 o'clock in the evening in the UK, so I probably won't be able to watch the whole thing straight through, so I'll probably have to rewind it or something from where I get up to. But anyway, I definitely am glad to see that it's going to be, the new Macs, if it is true, then they'll be faster. However, I don't know what it's going to be like in terms of application support. Because obviously we've seen on Windows that they have 32-bit, and I'm pretty sure they have 32-bit almost fully worked out. But they still don't have 64-bit, at least as far as I was aware. So if Apple can somehow get that running on an ARM chip, that would be actually very good for not just Apple, but also for the industry, as it could provide a very good way to move forward. Now, our third and our final story today is Amazon ending support for the Dash 1 barcode scanner. So, for those of you that don't know, it lets users scan barcodes to add them to an Alexa shopping list. However, it's ending support for the Dash Wand, and it will no longer be supported from July 21st. Shoppers can still use other Alexa-enabled devices to add items to a shopping list, and it was released but this device, the Dash Wand, will no longer be supported. Now, in 2017, the Wi-Fi enabled Dash Wand was a few inches long and made out of white and black plastic, an update to Amazon's original Dash devices. In a 2017 product review, Verge editor Nilay Patel said the Dash Wand was a fun toy and it certainly makes adding things to your Amazon cart easier. And they actually gave them away to Prime members almost for free. They didn't do much else with the wand. They also killed the physical Dash buttons last year. Now, to dispose of the Dash Wand, Amazon does have a recycling program. So if you have one, you can deregister it from your account under the Manage Content and Devices section, and then give it to their recycling program. Okay, so I have a few things. So firstly, it's a 2017 product, so end of life would be nearing. I'm not too surprised by that. And if they gave them away practically for free as well, which again shows off a sign that we didn't really think much about them. And they haven't really done anything with the wand. But the fact that they have a recycling program is definitely good, as it allows people to kind of get rid of it without, being as wasteful. And to let Amazon take care of it is definitely good for the environment. They did also kill the physical Dash button last year. Now, I didn't use the Dash buttons or the Dash Wand, but I'll quickly pop onto the Dash button. So, I see. So, basically, it seems to be that you would press. Yeah, so you had a button and you could press it to order. You could order one for 5 buttons for a specific product. So say you needed paper towels, you'd just be able to press a button and it would order it for you, and you just reorder it whenever you needed. It's quite handy. It sounds quite handy, but also they shifted strategy. They've moved ordering products over to Alexa, which has now replaced the Dash buttons as universal. So, it's definitely good to have. It sounded like these were quite practical, as you can just press it, but if Alexa can handle the same functionality without you having to order different ones for every single thing that you wanted, then I said definitely worth letting the Alexa take over from all of this. So, those are today's 3 top stories. Our final kind of thing for today is that WWDC will be coming tomorrow. Now, if this does come, if at WWDC Apple does announce the ARM-based Macs, I'm predicting either one or two things will happen. They'll announce that all your apps on your current iMacs will be automatically supported and developers won't have to do anything for them. That's option A, and the least likely option. Option 2. So there's actually 3 options if you think about it. Apple says 2 options. Or Apple says that developers, let's go 3 options. Or Apple says that developers will have to recode their apps from scratch. If that happens and they only give till autumn of this year for developers to completely redesign their apps, I wouldn't expect to be seeing many of your Adobe Suite apps on these, unless Adobe are that desperate for their Mac customers to come back to them, because they think if Apple announce all Macs are going this way, you're going to have to do this, then developers will probably support it at some point. I just wouldn't be expecting it to happen within 6 months unless they already know about it. But anyway, if this does happen, I'm certainly looking forward to what it could bring, especially just in general. And it could be quite fun to see what's going to happen. So I will do a special episode tomorrow on WWDC, and in that episode, I will also do an episode on, if there is anything else, I'll include it at the end of the WWDC episode, because today, during the weekly roundup, it's now 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, it's definitely a late day for me, as I've had to do a weekly roundup. So I might look at changing my scheduling times or something for next week. But anyway, as for today's episode, I hope you've enjoyed. Visit the Dynamic Digital World, and I will see you in the WWDC special. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, I should say.